What's up, YouTube? Ultratron here, back for another video, and today I'm going to be showing off these clones I've been working on for the past couple days. These are using the the Bandai model kits. I did these because a lot of the Black Series kind of troop building kind of troopers, like the 501st and the Shock Trooper and the 212th, are really expensive. Now, they did just announce that they're re-releasing the 501st in the archive line, but I don't really need to do that because I got this now. And also because I had the Black Series 332nd, which is on the new body that Hasbro is starting to kind of push more. And I absolutely hated the helmet. I would show you the helmet, but I can't seem to find it. I usually keep it in this drawer. I have oh, lo and behold, I found it. Let's close this. Not bad. But you get this helmet, which just doesn't look great. You know, the big thing that kind of makes this helmet look off is that the line, you know, what would be the black line above the visor is directly above the visor instead of having that gap between the visor and the black line. And it's like that because that's how they look in the cartoon. But the thing is, the Black Series has always tried to make the animated stuff look realistic. So this doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't match the other Clone Troopers in the line. And, like, it's just a strange choice. And, like, even something about just, like, the proportions of the helmet just look off. Not a fan of this. So, and that's the Clone Trooper body they seem to be using from now on. So, I decided I'm going to go with these instead. So, here we have the 501st. I did masking to get all the lines and patterns right. Now, you'll notice they're not entirely consistent. As you can see, the striping doesn't line up perfectly. This one's kind of an angle while this is straight. This side, these are really close together. These are a little bit farther apart. But, you know, they're Clone Troopers, right? I was always kind of under the impression that, you know, they probably paint their armor by hand. So I feel like mistakes like that would happen. So it doesn't really bother me. What's cool about doing custom Clone Troopers also is that because they're always like really worn out and weathered, it's kind of okay if you have like little mistakes. Like some of the blue on the chin kind of chipped off a little bit. But, you know, that's fine. It just kind of looks like more weathering. So that's cool. So for the blue, I used model color, dark blue. Just thin this up, put it in the airbrush, and then did that. For the washes, I used Model Master Gunship Gray and Tester's Black Gloss and some of Model Master Steel. That's actually also what I used for the mouths and the little cheek. I don't think they're lights, but the little cheek pieces. Because the model kit does come with stickers for those, but I didn't want to use stickers. I wanted to all be paint, so... and then I just finished it all off with a Mr. Super Clean matte clear. Now, I know a lot of people like their Clone Troopers to be glossy, but I actually really like how they look all matte. Kind of makes them look a little bit more like the cartoon, because in the cartoon they're more matte than they are glossy. But it also, I don't know, it brings out the detail a lot more than the gloss finish does, because the gloss finish can kind of like obscure the detail with all the shininess, but with the matte it really brings everything out. It also just feels really nice. So yeah, there's the 501st. Then we have the 332nd, which I just think that, just for comparison there, I just think this looks much better. Like, look how wide this looks. This looks super wide. And again, with the, you know, this kind of came out a little bit sloppy, but, you know, they probably hand-painted these in the context of the universe, so it's not too bad. Even this was kind of sloppy too. Although I think that this was a mistake. I guess the orange hadn't finished drying, so when I put the clear coat on, it caused some of it to spill into that little hexagon there. So, but again, it just kind of adds more to the kind of sloppy paint look. I actually really like how that came out when the orange ends. Yeah, almost the same. I did a little bit better with the striping on this guy. It's a little more consistent. Although obviously in this side they're a lot thinner than this side, so that's kind of funny. Wish I would have put some more weathering on the shoulder pads, because with this I just scratched up to see the white. Well, in this guy I kind of added some black and some gray in there. So maybe I'll do that with the second one, because I have 4 more coming in, because I want to have 2 of each. And here's the 212. Now, for the 212, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, for the, obviously the blue is the same as the 501st. The orange is just Tester's orange gloss. But for this guy, I actually used an airbrush brand. This is Createx Colors, Wicked Colors. This is where's the Wicked Golden Yellow, which was already the perfect color. And it looks really nice. Now, unfortunately, this paint is very fragile, because after I let it dry, and then I went to do kind of the wash that I did with those two to give it that worn look, it rubbed some of the paint off, and you can see like that little smudge there, and the way some of the yellow kind of you see kind of bleeding onto the white, like there. Like that's from when I put the gray over and then I rubbed it off. It actually took a lot of the yellow off. It was actually really bad here up in the chest, so I actually had to repaint that by hand. So I don't know what's up with that. But it still turned out good. He just ended up being more weathered than I was hoping for. Like there's a lot of, you can see there's a lot of gray bits mixed in with the yellow, which I'm not crazy about, but it works. It's a Clone Trooper. So yeah. Again, I'm really happy with how these came out. Last but not least, we have, stand. We have the Shock Trooper. Now, same brand of paint, Wicked Colors, Wicked Red. Although this didn't have the problem that the yellow did, which I thought was kind of odd. Although there was a little bit of that. Oh God, what happened to this hand? There we go. As you can see, there's some of the red. It's kind of hard to tell because I made it so that the weathering kind of covered it up, but there is some of the red bleeding onto the white. So there was a little bit of that, but it wasn't as bad as on the 212. Now, because I couldn't really mask the little lines on the top and the cheeks, I had to do those by hand. And I actually think they came out pretty good. They're a little sloppy, not as straight as they should be, but they got the point across. And I still think it's better than the Black Series one, because the Black Series one got like the deco totally wrong, where like the chin on the red on the chin was like didn't go all the way, and the cheek stripes didn't wrap around. There was a lot of issues with that one, but here's him. I didn't want to weather him up as much as these guys, because the Coruscant Guard, they don't see as much action, since they're kind of just the police on Coruscant, harassing citizens for minor misdemeanors, stuff like that. And I gave him the rifle because I always picture the Coruscant Guard with the big rifles, as opposed to the E11s. Those are E11s, right? I mean, I could be wrong. Let's do some quick comparisons, just to show you how they look and scale with Black Series. There he is with his captain, his scumbag of captain, or commander, I should say, Fox. They look good together. Here's this guy, his commander. Let's get his legs spread around the same so that the height is right. So as you can see, they scale with the Black Series figures just fine. And here's with his Jedi General. Right. And he fell over. It's with his Jedi General. His Captain. And just for fun, here he is with Echo. And of course, I'm gonna have him with Ahsoka. That Ahsoka's way too big, and she has the John Walker Customs upgrade kit to make it a little bit more accurate. And just cause, let's bring in Rex with him too. Yep. And also, here's Captain Vaughn, who you'll notice uses the 332nd body that I mentioned earlier. So you're probably wondering why you just got the helmet around. It's because since I was replacing him with this, I was like, well, what am I going to do with this body? I was like, you know what? John Walker Customs has a Captain Vaughn set, so maybe I'll make it a Captain Vaughn. A Captain Vaughn, I'm sorry. And you know, this was pretty straightforward. I just added the extra blue where it needs to go, gave him some more weathering, and then just popped on the new parts. You know, the head and the shoulder pads. I had to paint those, obviously, and the backpack. And as you can see, the white doesn't match the plastic because this is paint and this is plastic, so it doesn't match great. But you know what? From the front, it's not that noticeable. I am really happy with how that helmet came out, though. Like, I think that actually looks really good. This this piece here is really fragile, though. It's pretty solid now because of all the paint, but I had to glue that a lot. And we'll leave him there just because I did make him right before I started these. So yeah, there you go. There's my model kit clones. I'm super happy with how they came out. I think, you know, this is a nice way to, you know, kind of army build your clones for your 1/12 Star Wars stuff without, you know, paying too much for scalper prices. And you get to have a little bit of add your own little things to it, you know, since it's going to be your own custom. You know, it's not going to be like anything anyone has. So yeah, I'd recommend these kits, and I'd recommend, you know, having fun with this. It takes a long time, especially the masking. Honestly, the hardest part of doing this was the masking, especially of like stuff like that, like the little chest stripes that the 501st troopers have. That was a pain in the ass to figure out. Obviously, hand painting the Coruscant Guard helmet, doing the lines on the 332nd and the Vaughn. It's just messy, but you know, I think it was worth it, and I definitely want to do more. So yeah, hope this video was fun. Thanks for watching.